Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting and everything and amazing Propagandacast with your host, Imperial Dane, the one and only Master Propaganda of here to 2v2 on Pachino Farmlands. Yes, it's the 2v2 version. In the south, we have the German army here, the 26th Panzer Division, two full Panzer Grenadier companies assembled to assault the Allied positions. With here, the 7th and 8th Panzer Grenadier companies. Up north stands Anthr and Skeng. Skeng. We don't know what it is, but you can buy it out in the supermarket for $9.99. Skeng. Never pour it into your eyes, no matter how much it begs you. Anyways, so a combined British-American task force here with the 91st Division backing up here elements of the 6th Armoured. We got a Kenkrat in the 4-2 side here for Mr. And this is BlueSkidrow, and then Rutra on the German side. Grenadiers out here for Rutra with an MD-42 there in the southwest here. We got the Pioneers rapidly advancing, laying down barbed wire and sandbags as they go. Machining going up to the center here by the fuel point, and Kenkrat rushing northwards. Pioneers could here rush further ahead here. We got a second MD-42 here for BlueSkidrow. We got British sappers moving forwards across the fields. Lots of sappers here, in fact, for Anthrax. A plethora of Welshmen. In the south here, we got the engineers moving forwards here for Skeng. And a Veterans 1 Jeep. So, of course, already here, we can tell that Skeng has gone for, you guessed it, Armoured. Pioneers about to caught here by the Jeep. In the center of the machine gun setting up here, shop. And up north here, Pioneers with Grenadier support forcing back a sapper section here. Close call there. And we got one of the Grenadiers there transferred into the Pioneers. Fun fact, German Grenadier regiments would actually have, I believe, was like a company or something of Grenadiers trained to act as Pioneers. They would be known as Black Pioneers, as a fun fact there. So, machine gun setting up here. Sappers close again here. Catching here. Anthrax in a bit of a tight spot here. Further south here, Skeng hits hard into BlueSkidrow's engineers. So here, caught by the infantry in return. Quickly pressed here, trying to get behind the safety of the wooden fence, but finds the wooden fence is not that much of a defense against roughly 900 to 1200 rounds per minute. Comms cables up there for the Kenkrat. And over here to Rutra with 2 grenades, MD-42, no Kenkrats. And also no Valkyrie chosen yet. Did actually we have one here for BlueSkidrow? Yes, indeed. Is the Mechanized. But for Rutra, nothing there. Sappers diving in here. Sten guns galore. Ripping into the retreating German troops here. Forcing Rutra here to definitely get out of the place here. Popping into the nearby building with the Grenadiers. Occupying it, denying it to the Sappers. Center being secured here by German forces. There we go. Communication cables up here. Jeep rushing through the south. Backed up engineers. It's quite a hectic start, but so far the British-American task force here is so far making great gains as the 26th Panzer Division is off to a really rough start here. Clear confusion in the communication lines and a lack of infantry has allowed the Allies to sweep forwards here. Rapidly, MD-42 team are being flanked by the Sappers. Rival squad, though, being absolutely shot apart here by the infantry close rangers. Definitely a fierce and ruthless engagement here. More Sappers pouring in here, bypassing old stores. Sappers there, going at it still. The machine crew there is taking heavy damage. Rival squad almost got wiped. Second MD-42 though here from BlueSkidrow there. The halts the Sappers advancing any further, but not before they're into the church of St. Al of Pachino. East side here though, German forces under Rutra successfully forced the Sappers to withdraw here, at least securing the eastern hills here. We got an early fuel cache as well for Rutra. Clearly a plan to move for some armor here. Schnell. South side here, though, American forces of the 91st Division, 2nd Rifle Company, are advancing smoothly against the Germans. Sappers rifling them moving up here. And we got Skeng's engineers here going straight for the fuel point here by the bridge. Backed up here by the Jeep. Skeng goes in hard. North here, we got the Grenadiers, the machine guns advancing as Rutra makes progress here into the orchards. Yeah, definitely a rough start here for the Germans. I think in this regard, again, the lack of early infantry from BlueSkidrow did not help, but they do get some Grenadiers out. We also got a Panzer Grenadier company out. And a second MD-42 here for Rutra. But no battle groups yet. Keine Kampf. Open. Grenadiers being flanked by the Sappers moving up there. Mine goes off here, killing several Grenadiers here as their face is absolutely shredded off there with shrapnel. and concussive blast. Down to just 2 men here. Hard strike here from both Skeng and Anthr here. Grenadiers being pushed back here. Forced retreat across the cold stream. North in machine gun there being swarmed as well here. Caught in a bad spot here. Rutra's lines are definitely not looking great. Over to Skeng, who's got 3 rifle squads engineers and the Jeep out. A solid early build here from the Americans. Rifle squad to the Grenadiers here close to the stream. Machine gun there from BlueSkidrow being hauled up to support here. And I just realized I probably should... I keep forgetting about this because I don't cover enough of these, but at least consistent enough. There you go. Unique team colors. Sorry about that. I need to build up a habit of shifting over there between the team games, but again, my mistake. Sappers, MD42 there, charging from north. MD42 pushing back the Sappers here. MD here caught in a bad spot here. Rutra will need to withdraw here soon. Rival squad for Skeng moving forwards here. Mortar fire hitting the center here. Got the Kencrat, rushing south to the communication cables. Pack 40 here for BlueSkidrow. Luftwaffe company for Rutra. White some hectic stuff here. Mortar fire raining down death on the center here from the British. So they brought in a 3-inch mortar. And up north here, we got grenades on the machine gun here as Anthr tries to run off there. One of Rutra's machine gun Gewehren. Absolute chaos here. Lines of the 26th Panzer Division definitely still on top spot. There goes some actual Panzer Grenadiers here out for BlueSkidrow, causing quite a bit of havoc here as the rifle are absolutely caught unprepared in the face of the assault rifle assault. Forcing them to withdraw here. In the south side here, Rifle Squad catching the Pioneer Squad here. Kencrat rushing forward, securing extra fuel here. And we got the Panzer Cannon already. I wonder if it's going to try and transfer out some of these Grenadiers for Panzer Grenadiers. We got Jaegers out here for Rutra. Plus, we got the support elements getting upgraded there as well. Looks like it's not transferring them out. We also got the air support center up for Skeng. Skeng. It's not good for you, but it's cheap. Anyways, Panzer down the center there, being hit with the British mortar fire.
Sending our frontline forces some much-needed firepower.
Got the strengthened steel here from Skeng. Surprised they didn't go for fast deploy there. But anyways, we also got early BARs up here for Skeng. MD42 there ripping through the saps in the center there up north. Rutra and the 8th Panzergrenadier Company are making a bit more progress now. Got those Jägers in northwards there with the G45, the Gewehr 43. South side MD42 flanked with the Rifle Squad there with the BARs, and we've also got more BARs on the way here. Just to note, of course, it's going to be a bit more expensive with him going for air support since he can't get the cheap upgrade. He does immediately get the air supply upgrade, so his air support are in fact cheaper. There we go, machine gun strafed here, rifle flanking in here. Possible chance of getting wiped there on BlueSkidrow. Over here to Anthr, as we move away from Skeng, who of course you can see has gone for Indian artillery, and he's gone for like a 4 sapper build with lots of flamethrowers. Actually not something I see too often here, surprisingly enough. But yeah, lots of sappers here, lots of Sten guns, lots of flamethrowers. What a bold build here by Anthr. Germans though, I bet definitely starting to make a bit better progress here after those initial rough moments, but they're certainly behind the victory points against the Allies here. We got more punters moving about here though for BlueSkidrow. Has he actually transferred out the Grenadiers here? Can't quite tell, but my guess is yes, and he's actually in a surprise twist here, going for the Luftwaffe Company there, which is not actually something we see a lot of, like, you know, both Panzergrenadier Company and Luftwaffe Company, particularly not in 1v1s. But it is actually, I think, you know, a viable move, which is, you know, most places just want those Panther Force up, and they can't blame them. So it is an interesting move here by BlueSkidrow to, like, go for both buildings there. Very interesting. Jaeger something we haven't even got foot guards there on the way for Anthr, so basically using the sappers to, like, just rush out the company command post. That is an interesting strategy too there. Definitely a lot of, like, interesting moves on both sides. A lot of interesting moves. We've got scope G45 for the Jaegers. They actually, generally intent was for the G45 to be scoped, so that way they can use as marksman weapons. Fun fact there. Of course, this entire thing got sidelined once, of course, they realized, you know what, the Sturmgewehr was a much better idea there. But it was actually intent at some point for the old German infantry equipped with the G45s there. Scout wiped out there. Great kill here for BlueSkidrow. Greyhound, they're rushing in MD42. They're almost taking out machine crew here. Hectic action. Greyhound racing down the mid-road here of Pachino. And we got a Wirbelwind Flakpanzer out here for Rutra. Meanwhile, Crusader coming out here for Anthrax. Like, at the same time as opponents, like, you know, he's getting out like an anti-aircraft tank, he's getting an actual tank. So, there's a bit of spice for you. Go to BlueSkidrow. 2 pounds with a transport the Grenadiers here. Thumbs up. Wirbelwind engaging the sappers with his 4 20mm flak cannons. Grenadiers supporting here. Grey on them flanking in. And of course, we've got the bazooka team here. Definitely need to be a bit careful with the Wirbelwind. As for here, we got the support on subsequent go for Stuks as well. He's also gone. Well, he has gone for the Luftwaffe company. Never mind. For some reason, yeah. Anyways, I thought, like, you know, he hadn't gone for it. I briefly forgot there. But anyway, so yeah. That's also the thing to keep in mind. If you do, like, you know, go for the support elements instead of build the other building, both of them have a bit unlocked there. So in that regard, there's a bit of efficiency there. So what he's going to go for, like, Martyrs? Wirbelwind as well? Oh, God, I mean, at this point, everything's, like, you know, pretty much, like, possible. Mines here, very good. Grand rushing down there, catching punch by the center. There you go. Pack 38, or Pack 40. Shot right through the Greyhound side armor. Crusader rolling forwards here. Wirbelwind falling back here.
A capture point is being overrun.
Greyhound bombarding the Panzerguns by the center. And we got the Crusader rushing forwards. Wirbelwind needs to get out of there before the Crusader catches up with it, because the Wirbelwind will be utterly toast if so. Panzerguns here as the RAF squad aiming for that. We got the Pioneers laying down more mines. Panzergrenadiers that's ready. RAF squad center being caught here. Up north here, Crusader falling back. So what is he planning for? He is actually going for Marder Fee. Could have gone for Sturk. No, he cancels the Marder. And goes for Nieverwerfer? Alright. Meanwhile, RAF squad push back. Panzergrenadiers at it. Gebalded lightning. We probably could have breached here. I don't know. Kind of works out there in this case though. Almost takes out the entire RAF squad. Close call there for Skeng. Meanwhile, up north here, Jaegers versus the Crusader tank, but lacking any anti-tank weapons here. Rutra's chance of taking on the British tank are very non-existent. Wirbelwind in the moon again in the south here. We do get a Martyr after all here for BlueSkidrow instead of the Sturk. No, his teammate is going for the Martyr there. He's still going for the Nebelwerfer. So, Martyr there. I mean, we really don't see the Wehrmacht Martyr a lot, in part because, you know, you can go for the Sturk, which is pretty good, but also because the Martyr isn't quite as good as the DAC Martyr, but also because they issue with gun tracking at the moment, which basically, I mean, referring to as a gun, it doesn't actually, like, wiggle around there, in a sense, like, you know, it doesn't really turn, so the entire chassis has to turn around every single time to shoot at something. That means the weapon platforms like these can have a really hard time hitting stuff. So, you don't see them so much from the Wehrmacht players because of that. Now, he's going for the Panzergrenadier Company, alright. And the upcoming patch here on Tuesday should, I think, very much fix Martyrs for the Wehrmacht in that sense. Since they'll actually have Traverse on their guns, now that should be a significant boost for them. But there you go, heavy fire here, straight rounds go down, almost taking out the Pack 40. Panzergrenadiers pushing the foot guards, popping into the church here. Wirbelwind hull down here, trucking off most of the damage here. Grenades on the church here, blowing out windows, ruining the altar, perhaps even bazooka fire on the Martyr Fleet M. And now he did actually go for Martyr as well. On top of the Nebelwerfer. So we got 2 Martyrs out here for the Wehrmacht. Grand rushing forwards. Martyr misses it. Good shot here. Bazooka fire takes out the Martyr before connecting to get a second shot off. Pack 40 finish off the ground here. So that's a lot of Martyrs. Pack wiped here, but then nears the Skeng pushes forwards. Actually, I suppose it's Rutra here. There we go. Who's got now Vexion's 1 Wirbelwind, that's pretty nice. I suppose in the south, the American forces under Skeng advancing here. I got just so caught up in the Martyrs because you so rarely see Martyrs, and again, to a degree, for good reason. Partly it's all because you don't see the Luftwaffe company that much, but I do think, you know, with both the, you know, pathing and tracking fixes there, and plus the fact they're going to make the Wirbelwind cheaper, the Flak 30 cheaper, and the 2-to-1 cheaper, we might see the Luftwaffe company overall more, and by extension, the Martyr Fee more. Anyway, Jaegers vs. RAF squad here. Panzerguns pushing forward to the streets here. Pachino as well here. Up north, we got the Crusader being fixed up here for Anthrax. And we got another Crusader on the way for him. As for Skeng, we got anti-tank guns galore here. Panzer moving forward here, supported by the Wirbelwind Flak Panzer. Right from there being utterly mauled in the south side. Machine trying to catch RAF squad here, trying to grab some of the fuel points. Kenkratz alive. Nebelwerfer at the ready. Oh boy. Just so much going on here. Not a lot of infantry though for Rutra, just 1 Jaeger squad and 2 Grenadiers. Surprised he hasn't gone like transferred out the Grenadiers for more Jaegers or gone for more Jaegers. Now we got a Stuk 3G out for Rutra. Alrighty then. Martyrs, Stuks, and Wirbelwinds. That's definitely not something you see very often. Any photos after squad here, strafing run again here from Skeng, this time upgraded for double passes here. There we go, he didn't pay attention. Machine gun crew actually decimated. The Kenkrat somehow survives. All of those bullets there. Niemon, Niebigler, to send it back up the Stuk 3G here. Hectic and chaotic action continues to reign here. Crusader moving in here. Second one out there from Anthrax. Over to Skeng. He's got his 2 anti-tank guns, 4 rifle squads now. Scots are a possibility, but it's also not possible. Just going to try it out here for these hits. Aircraft shot down. And we got a bunker here. Oh! Holy smokes! What was in that thing? Hey Charles, where should we put all of these high explosives? Just stuff them into a reconnaissance aircraft. The Germans will never hit it. Okay. Meanwhile, Chaffee there for Skeng. Wirbelwinds, Marder, Stuk all moving ahead here in a very rarely seen formation. In company C, Panzer is pushing for the southern engineers here. Anti-tanks for defensive line here, which Rutra nor BlueSkidrow can pierce. And there you go, his Marder's going to go down. He does deploy smoke courtesy of Mechanized, but it's so damaged that a single anti-tank grenade will light it up here.
We must take it back.
We got more Martyrs out this time for Rutra, so that's 2 Martyrs down now. Crusader holding up here. Crusader there as well. We've got double foot guards out there for Anthrax. Victory points wise, the Americans and British are leading over the Germans so far. 26 Panzer Division still in a bit of a twist, even as they're pulling in more and more tank destroyers and assault guns. Hectic stuff there. We got the Stuk here facing against the foot guards. Crusaders in reserve here. Might try and dive in against it. Machine coming up here. Crusaders racing forward. Strad squad also moving in here. Oh dear, Marder then. The first line of fire here. Taking heavy damage. Not the best retreat here of the Marder. Strad squad sprinting in there. Straight to the Wirbelwind here. And I think he's got sprint under the squad. He has picked it on. Betty to the Wirbelwind. I think he's popped the increased fireability there. Hold down there, Pioneers, White, Stuk, they almost knocked out. Machine guns tearing into it's like an absolutely crazy battle, and the Stuk is lit up. South side here, Niemol, second wave of troops here, now exploiting the fact the Germans have lost a lot of armor around the center to push into the south side here. Pachino, strong offensive action here by the Americans. Panzer Grenadiers doing what they can, but with limited support here. It's well limited what they can do. Kenkrat rushing off here, trying to bait the Chaffee into a mine here. Cheeky, if it works out. Looks like he actually succeeds in baiting the Chaffee into a mine, blowing out that one's engine. 17 pounder gun, they're being hauled out. Up north, Crusaders withdrawing, and we are over here to Anthrax. Is it Anthrax? We've still got his 4 sappers, 2 foot guards, his 17 pounder gun, and multiple Crusaders. Got the building repaired. We got a medic bunker here from BlueSkidrow. Crikey! Really, this match has just got it all, hasn't it? And there you go, 17 pounder gun being caught. Oh, truck, the Fessner has been caught here, upgrading to an ambulance, but I don't think it's going to be in time here. The Panthers will make short work of it. And there you go, Crusader rushing in, trying to save its comrades, only to see them get, you know, shot to pieces. Up north, fresh advance here from Rutra as he looks to secure the northern fields once more. Crusaders dashing center backed up by a plethora of sappers and riflemen here. A bad situation here for Rutra and BlueSkidrow's forces, not prepared for this sheer number of allied forces. Needler for the causing a panic retreat here from Anthrax. Heading the 17 pounder gun crew and lighting them up there. Bibbling forwards, Marder in reserve here. Pack 40 here for Mr. BlueSkidrow. No sign of a Panzer company here from either German player. Building forwards here, Vetri 2 engaging the rifle squads. We got 391 versus 225. We got the BL 5.5 artillery placement up as well there. Machine guns wiped, going to be crewed again by the Grenadiers. All appearance in the south here. Kenkrat once more escaping the Chaffee here from Skeng. Airburst shells being unleashed here. buildings narrowly withstanding it for now. Panzer pushing forwards. Good shot from the Crusader. Machine gun wiped there as well. And now the Panzers have found themselves on the wrong end of the Crusader tanks here, trying to run off with the machine gun. They do appear to be succeeding. Training center now up for Anthrax. Going up at least. That could only make things worse here for the Germans, to be honest. And over to BlueSkidrow now.
Our adversary is pushing back. We are down to 250 points.
We have manpower available for use.
Got the Beaver troops here. We got the Neva firing off a barrage here straight into the Allied lines. Aircraft going for the bombing runs here. Almost taking out the Beetlemen there. Instead, they just take out the church. 6-pounder guns, they're burning up as more Neva fire. They're just lighting the entire thing on. Ambulance rushing in here from Anthrax. Meanwhile, Marder in trouble. Big Allied push here, and there go Foot Guards. Slide up another Marder. Beetlemen there setting up in fine position. The machine guns, Grenadiers, all in support here. It is a desperate fight here to control the eastern outskirts of Pachino here for the Germans, as the British and American forces continue to dominate the center. Medic bunker down as well. Foot guards, they're just absolutely crashing the way here through the German lines. Meanwhile, Panther's not going to happen here for BlueSkidrow anytime now. Loading an awful lot of resources forward, I'd say. Here we are. Panzerkampfwagen 5 gefechtsbereit here.
We have lost control of a victory point.
Meanwhile, Panzer pushing forward here straight into the M24 Chaffee there. Chaffee there's about to get a really nice surprise here, and there you go. Pax wrecking it there. And of course, wasn't the Pax that Panther would have done the trick. Meanwhile, up north here, Crusaders wing about. We got the 17-pounder gun water mobilized, and we got another Marder free. Again from Rutra. He's really trying to make these Marders work, which is certainly commendable. Camping forwards here, flanking the Crusader. Great shot there. Not that it really would have mattered if it penetrated from the front, or hit from the front as well, because the Panther pretty much can penetrate the Crusader like any angle, any distance. 17-pounder gun, though, of course, can do the same to the Panther. And there you go. Wait, he's gotten 2 17-pounder guns up? Good God, almost got the Panther there with a deadly crossfire of 2 17-pounder guns. What on earth? But there you go. Neva found one of the British anti-tank positions here, catching both Skengs and Anthrax's anti-tank guns there in a barrage, except for nearby buildings absorbing most of the fire. Southside news screaming about. Is that like another medic bunker? Yes, another medic bunker here from BlueSkidrow. Okay. Over to Rutra. Is down here to infantry squad to do think he needs more infantry himself. We got more Panzer Grenadiers for BlueSkidrow. 2 thumbs up. And he's going breakthrough, meaning a Tiger tank. So, Tigers and Panthers.
We should spend our munitions at once.
Definitely been a good investment with these 17-pounder guns then, for sure. And I imagine Skeng, yep, got the EC8s out there. So, things are heating up here. NU-42 there, sawing through the charging riflemen here, halting the advance. Panthers being to assist here as well, and we got artillery somewhere, I think around here. Was that a bombing run? Or a strafing run? Airburst shells as well here. Just absolute chaos here across the entire front on the south here. Line to the 7th Panzer Grenadier Company holds narrowly in the center there. The American armor rhyming here to push through. Jaegers almost wiped out. Chaos continues to be absolutely all over the place here. Beetlemen moving in. Marder the hanging back. Closing in on a Tiger tank here for Rutra. And I'm guessing BlueSkidrow here is likely going to push for another Panther as soon as possible. Still fixing up, of course, his first one. After that, ran into the 17-pounder gun. Moving in the truck, you try and hold away there, but loses it instead to a Pack 40 here. British American Armored Task Force still moving in here to try and halt the Germans from grabbing it. 2nd Panther arriving there for BlueSkidrow. And Rutra is not far away from a Tiger tank himself, at which point we're looking at 2 Panthers and 1 Tiger tank. Pack crew hosed. And far up north here, Beetlemen diving in here. Got the focus fire ability and wipes the unit entirely. Panthers diving after the EC8 here. Clearly was not expecting double Panther. Deutschland vorwärts. And there you go. EC8 kaput here in the face of the double Panthers. Crusaders counter-attacking here. Riflemen flanking up. Assault engineers. There's just so much action going on. The Crusaders, 6-pounder guns moving in here. Well, M1s, but technically a 6-pounder gun. Crusaders, foot guards here pushing for the Panthers. Shots bouncing off the 80mm of sloped armor here. And they're responding there. And grenades are going off here. Marder moving in as well to assist. Struggling a bit here. No, not enough info support, I think, here for the Panthers. They are forced to withdraw, but we do finally get some Panther guns up to assist the Panthers. 17-pounder gun recruit as well there. It is a massive counterattack against the Germans here, halting his advance here over to Skeng. We can call in another EC to replace the ones the Germans just utterly blew up. And we got another straight from an MD-42. Panther gun is racing towards the southern point here. We got 345 versus 135. Aircraft shot out of the skies for the sound of it here by the Wirbelwind. Marder for Rutra heading northwards. Wirbelwind there close to the ace level, but also close to death. It's the two Crusaders rip into it. Anyways, got the southern point here. We got the Panthers getting ready to move again. Panthers heading forwards here. And we got an artillery strike calling, most likely here from BlueSkidrow with Syrian artillery, which is going to light up the entire sector here and turn it into shreds. Yup. Trying to crew the 17-pounder gun instead, just of course, a lot of manpower here pointlessly. Pack 40 destroyed. Engineers wiped. And he's going to destroy the 17-pounder gun there. Meanwhile, here, another push for the fuel point. Foot guards at it again, crushing the German center. These foot guards are absolutely paying themselves off and then some. But there you go. Tiger tank has arrived here from the 504th Schwerer Panzerabteilung, slashing into the foot guards there. Meanwhile, the Panthers risking flanked. If he does fire off the veterans' one ability, could even stun them, making the use of the foot guard to finish more fear. Thankfully, though, it would appear that Anthr either doesn't have resources, forgot about veterans' one ability and the foot guards. Panther still, though, takes a few hits for the side armor. Frontal armor, though, proves to be very formidably strong here, trying to get it out of there. Machine gun wiped out by the looks of it. EC8 ripping into the Panther gun here. Tiger tank unleashing hell upon the foot guards. It's a shame there with the people in there. Anthr pushing forward, trying to deny the American 3042, but it fails. And far up north here, points being seized here. British Crusaders on the move again. We got more 17-pounder guns that are being hauled about here by Anthr. And it is at ready. Panther's being repaired. Tiger tank advancing. Veterans won already. And over to Anthr here, who has lost most of his sappers by now, but not his foot guards. Flamethrower lying abandoned here. Anything further from German blades? We've got more Panzer grenadiers here for BlueSkidrow. Now we've got more Jaegers from Rutra. Very good. No attempt at a Panzer company or Starstorm from either player there. Bit of a shame. That's just me. And we got the BL 5.5-inch artillery emplacement here. Oh boy, things are about to heat up further. Panther's being repaired still here in the south. Machine gun covering the southern victory point here. Center being helped by another machine gun. Tiger tank reserve here. German force of the 26th Panzer, which seems to have at least bought some time and reorganized somewhat. Bring in more troops as well. Very important, of course. Very important. Looks like here's Skeng, though. And the 91st Division are getting ready for another push onto the southern victory point here. Got 3 and 13 versus 101. And there you go. Straight into the MD-42. They're sort of coming up on the flank path here. Bravo coming from another angle here. Skeng most likely just setting up for another EC8 here. And Bravo squad flanking in there. Caught by the Panthers. Panthers caught by the EC8. On the other hand, we got strafing run in here, trying to halt the Panthers from assisting. And we got the Howitzer barrage off as well here. We combine British-American strike here, hoping to halt the Germans there. And we got more artillery called in here. Entire south here is just being lit up. EC8 hits its own, didn't it? Yeah. But there you go. Tiger tank flanking the EC8's anti-tanks are coming the EC8's flank, opening up on the Tiger's flank. More artillery fire here. In the center there, Germans remain uncontested up north here, though British force going to swing in hard here into the flank of Rutra, which could force them to withdraw the Tiger tank. leaving. Then BlueSkidrow on the south, the exposed. As all he's got is the Panthers. More artillery fire dodges the Panthers. Neither fire on the anti-tank guns. And we got the Marder as well here. Up north, of the British Crusaders are breaking through here with no anti-tank assets now to hold them back. As the Marder, of course, been sent into the Titan and the Panthers in the south here, hoping to perhaps win this one and then swing the Crusaders here. A bold assessment here by both German players. Over to BlueSkidrow. Almost got this on news here. Panthers diving Corvettes for the German army. Tiger tank clears out one of the anti-tank crews here. It's a bit of a mess here now in the south of Skeng. He has lost significant amount of troops here to the German Panzer Anthr. His assault definitely did not go the way he had anticipated. 17-pounder gun ready to get moved again, and we got another easy hit out here for Skeng. Another rat pit impersonator. Panthers, meanwhile, wrecking allied anti-tank gun. Tiger tanks crashing through walls and trees and hedges alike. One, of course, here for BlueSkidrow would be a good idea. He's also got a lot of fuel. Like, I still feel like, you know, maybe taking up and going for some Starstorm could be an idea here. Something a bit more punchy there. But we'll see what he does. Or at least if he's going to keep going for more Panzer guns at this stage, I would recommend the Panzer gun the officer quarters to get them at veterans who want to start with. Massive bombing run here, knocking over several trees, but crucially, no Germans. And there, got more Panzer guns here for BlueSkidrow, thumbs up. North here, Crusader with sub support pushing back the Jaegers. Mines exploding, EC8 there being fixed up. And we got another needle barrage here from BlueSkidrow. 82 to 87. Quite the gap here. Quite the challenge for the Germans. One slip up and the Allies could quickly turn this into a rapid win now. Almost got the MG40 for Rutra. Marder repositioning again. Has done a little bit of damage there, but nothing huge. Anther still being fixed up here for BlueSkidrow. And similar with the Tiger tank, which is heavily damaged. Switch on the Crusader pushing him back. And we got the Howitzer still at it. Bombarding the area around to east of the church. Forcing Germans to be careful around there. Panzer getting flanked up the EC8. Not great there for BlueSkidrow. But they had quick turn the guns around, open up on the EC8s. Shots bouncing. No sign of the HVAC rounds, which is a great way to increase the damage and penetration of the EC8s, making them even more dangerous. Most players, interesting enough, tend not to use that one a lot. Over here to Rutra. Panthers diving in there. Goes 17-pounder gun being hauled into the rescues. Both EC8s are on the brink of exploding here due to the sheer intensity of the Panthers' fire. There go the ambulance, bites the dust, and that looks to be a artillery strike here. Oh no, it's an incendiary bombing run. It says both. You also get a strafe run here in the east. Ah, there we go. It is a bombing run. Incendiary bombing run and an artillery strike here, absolutely evaporating the 17-pounder gun crew. Meanwhile, most of the center Pachino is steadily crumbling there. Buildings have been wrecked, and in some cases entirely leveled. 82 vs 247. The Allies still enjoy a strong lead of the Germans, but it is slowly giving way here now. Got BARs abandoned there by the wayside. Got a Tiger tank almost 32 here. And a wipe there on Skeng. Up north, Crusaders probing in here. A few Grenadiers hunting about here. Not doing too much.
Jaeger are fully reinforced.
2 Jaeger squads here, plus the Grenadiers there for Rutra. Still no sign of the Panzer Company. Anything similarly? Panthers attacks, then he repairs. Up north, the Grenadiers we caught with Crusaders, and we got another Marder on the way there for Rutra, I believe. Yes, indeed. It's a big fan of those Marders. Bit surprised we haven't actually seen the officer quarters there. That would also help this vehicle than they had it earlier, I think. But so far, neither Rutra or BlueSkidrow has proven to be big fans of the officer quarters. One more howitzer fire there, slamming down the center, utterly ruining the road. Ooh, close call there. Neither of a barrage off. Out is actually veteran to 1. EC8's on the move here. I was considering all the artillery. I mean, the computer's handling this quite well. I mean, there's been companies too. At this stage, I mean, my computer would be desperately struggling to, like, just keep things handling fairly smoothly, but Founders really doesn't have any issues with all this level of information. So that's a little fun side note there, just remember to keep in mind there. Another incendiary bomb run against 17-pounder gun. We got Allied bombing runs. Dive bombs there. Skies are definitely alive in this match, and there you go. 17-pounder gun crew there being burned alive. Over to Skeng. 147, 46 was 82 there. Allies definitely need to, like, launch some more, I think, efficient counterattacks here. Need to catch the Germans off guard, though. We got the Martyrs holding up here. Tiger taking forwards. We got the Panthers coming up as well here. And there you go. White phosphor shell on the Tiger tank here. Could cost him the Tiger tank there for someone to crew that 17-pounder gun, but interesting enough, we're not seeing that. Martyrs there spotted. Turning around to engage the EC8. There you go. Great shot from the Pack 40s. Forcing here, Skeng to withdraw his EC8 before the Martyrs turn it into nothing. 17-pounder gun back in control here for Anthrax. I think the opportunity there has vanished. Maybe not. 74 points left here. Heavy fighting as we got a massive Pentagon assault here from BlueSkidrow, looking to claim the center victory point from the Allies. 17-pounder gun under fire again from the Eagle Rifle here. 145 and 70 foot guards racing in from the north here. Coming under fire from the Tiger tank. Crazy fire there. Got artillery fire. Actually, almost obliterating the Tiger Grenadier squad here. Anti-tank crews here ready for Skeng. As I imagine he's moving towards another EC8 eventually. Center Jaegers launching another sortie back at the U-42, but the British and American forces are fairly dug in. Of course, we still got the US Air Force here going in hard here, strafing and wiping the MD-42 crew again. No mercy. South Panthers lining up. Martyrs in reserve. Or did we lose another Martyr again? Oh, it's all the way back down here. No, that's a new one. And we got a Vesper, ladies and gentlemen. We actually have a Vesper out now. Wow, you don't see those a lot. It's only an increase in artillery, but also just like an increase in like a number of like vehicles and stuff that we just don't see a lot of. Vivian's Martyrs and now Vespers. Good golly. This just keeps getting more and more exciting, doesn't it? Tiger tank is all knocked out here. There goes 17-pounder guns. EC8's going forward here. Could get a kill here in the Rutra, and his Tiger tank is almost knocked out here. There you go. Pop goes the Weasel. Tiger kaput. Great kill here for the Allies. Panther dying forwards, looking to gain vengeance for their fallen comrades. They almost got one of the EC8s here. Anthr tank on fire there, slamming through the frontal armor there. Panther's about to get knocked out. He deploys smoke and withdraws. Of course, in this, been after the patch, there's actually been a bit tough as well because they're actually going to nerf the reverse speed in Company's 3, which was not something they actually had in CoH3, but it did have in CoH1, that reversing was actually slower than advancing, which would also serve as a bit of a nerf to the other can't strategy, just move forward to deploy smoke and then disengage. So that's a bit of a fun note there. But anyways, SARS out here, MG42 ace level, getting flanked here, almost losing the entire crew here. Fighting remains hectic. Got 105 versus 70. More sappers there for Anthrax. Not a lot more foot guards and not a lot more tanks. He's just still stuck with those two Crusaders. Out of our way, they're at it still. South side here, Assault Engineers caught by the Punch Grenadiers. If you got these hitting forwards, shoots and misses. We got an ace Panther Bower here from BlueSkidrow. Also a bit of a rare sight, and we got the Martyr column heading northwards here for Rutra. We got the Vesper hanging back here. More sappers for Anthrax in the south. Panzer Grenadier almost brought up to the ace EC8 here. A real brat pit. Almost got them. And down they go. Great kill here for the Americans. We got 66 versus 70 now. Jaeger's about to get wiped out as well here. Crusaders diving in there. Like, most of Pachino is now, like, actually leveled. Pachino proper. I mean, they're still a bit on the outskirts. There you go. Panthers knocking out one of the Crusaders there. And we got a bombing run again here against the Panthers, but they're already on the move here. One Panther's almost getting knocked. Oh, could try accident run to them. No, turns around. He just in the nick of time here. Still, I think no 8 threat rounds. Panthers survive, and so does the EC8 though. Meanwhile, up north here, Crusaders moving forwards. Further up north, Jaegers advancing. We still got the Martyrs there moving about, hoping to catch something. Anthr though really doesn't have a lot of armor left. Nation I've never really seemed to bother with it. Except the two Crusaders used to invest into the 17-pounder guns. And airburst shells, grenades being chucked here. Jaegers being mauled by the Crusaders, Martyrs moving in to assist. There we go, almost got the Crusaders there with the Martyr, almost. And back to BlueSkidrow. With his Vesper now Veterancy 1. Anthr being repaired, Vesper they're also joining in the front here based off the Panzer II chassis. Equipped with the Hun and Farm and the howitzer. Of course, later be joined in by its larger brother, the Hummel, which is based off a unique Panzer III/Panther IV chassis, sort of a hybrid chassis of the two tanks. Jaegers are being bombarded, almost mauled here as Skeng advances forwards here again with double EC8s, clearing any Germans off the center here and the what remains of the center of Pachino. At least the rent's going to be cheap. In the south, MG42 they're holding up. EC8 moving in here, gonna clear out that MG42 that rapidly if BlueSkidrow is not careful. We got the punch grenades racing forwards. Assault News lining up for another push here. And that machine gun needs to get out before that EC8 makes absolute toast out of it. Panthers diving in here for Deutschland. There we go, almost got the EC8 here, and there you go. Pop goes the Weasel. Martyr supporting the Panthers here. Wreak havoc and another incendiary bombing run and dive bombs. The skies continue to remain utterly alive here with all manner of bombs and strafes. Center being secured by German troops after many casualties, much hardship. Deutschland lays claim to it. In the south, you got the Panthers drilling out here with the EC8 Ace Brad Pitt here versus, I don't know who's got on the German side there. Anyways, diving after it here. Panthers there halfway to the ace line. There you go. Ace Panther scores a kill on Brad Pitt, highlighting why they didn't use a Panther in the movie Fury. Anyways, and using against the anti-tank guns here. Punch gun using force as well here. Vesper could join in with another barrage, and we got another Tiger tank finally out here for Rutra. They're on the side of the Panzer Company. Osterstruppen. And a Matilda son here from Anthrax as he brings in something a bit heavy here. Jaegers that are being pulverized by the sappers on the Matilda tank here. Martyrs though counter-attacking here with the Pack 40s going straight for the Matilda 2. South here, Panzer being assaulted by 2 Ace Rifle squads here. 51 versus 40. Over to Rutra.
We have 75 points remaining.
Vesper still at it. We got sappers here with bazookas. We got foot guards there. Guess he lost one of his foot guard section, which is actually pretty good for the Germans, obviously, since those foot guards are like really good. In the south, Punch goes moving in with the Tiger tank backing up here. A desperate assault here with the Germans, but one they have to commit to here. In the center there, center being grabbed here. Could try up north him. Got another bombing run here. Could catch the MG42 here. So many bombing runs, by the way, here from Skeng. So many dive bombs. 39 versus 40 here. It's really close now. Neck and neck here. Tiger tank. Martyrs advancing in the center. Panthers being reserved. You have to be committed soon. And there go double Martyrs. They're slamming through the Matilda tank here. Could take it out. Ah, one of the Martyrs missed. Or bounced, I don't know. Panthers moving forwards here. Scarred. But still fighting. Sonya's almost right to the machine gun here, holding up. We got the 17-pounder gun joining in, almost taking out the Tiger again. German forces have laid claim to the center here. Up north here, Pioneers and Jaegers being rushed to grab Northern Point here. In the south, Route Squad almost wiped out. There's just so many explosions. So many craters. And the computer still like having no issue with this. Again, I have to stress, like, compared with CoH3, this is amazing, pretty impressive. Anyways, Jaegers is there, Assault Engineers here, almost got the Pack 40 there. Almost caught the Ralph squad here. Panthers moving forwards. Anti-tankers there being ripped apart by the mighty Panzerkampfwagen 5s. Almost got them. Ambulance in deep trouble as well here. And the Santa fierce defense from Joe's got 13 versus 36 here. British forces claim back the northern victory point. Matilda barely holding on, but it is doing something. Mars being rushed northwards. Tiger tank supporting the center narrowly here. Southside Panthers knocking out another ambulance as Panzergrenadiers being rushed towards the southern point. Over to Skeng. 23 versus 13. The entire battle is hanging in the balance here. Another dive bomb here. Almost taking out the Tiger tank. It somehow survives with 12 points left. And we got another reconnaissance aircraft going in here looking for targets. Center being hit here. We got 19 versus 12. 11. Panthers Panzergrenadier on the move here. Skeng has run all out of EC8s here. We got 8 versus 19. Trying to grab the point even as like every British gun is just bearing down upon it. Soldiers moved up to the Panthers dub in here.
Victory point is under enemy control now.
Virtually to near ace level. And oh, there we go. The Pioneers get wiped, but there's still some Panthers to grab the point. We got 19 versus 4. This is intense. Got Basil being dramatic in the background. Almost wiping the Panzergrenadiers down to 1 man. East withdraw here though. Panthers fighting at it. And we got an incendiary bombing around here. Trying to commute to Panthers to contest here. 13 versus 4. This is really risky. Panzer goes wide. But there you go. Lighting up the point. But it's not enough. It's not enough. Where are the reserves? There are no reserves. At least they're busy repairing the Tiger tank. Oh, there's a Panther that can be moved up here. Panthers forced withdraw. We've got 7 versus 4. Machine guns covering the southern point here. Fanatically, we got 7 versus 4. Everything is just getting on that center point here. Everything. Everything. 7 versus 4. Jaegers wiped out. Foot guards. Strafing runs. Soldieries. Tiger being committed. Machine guns. Panzergrenadiers. We got 4 versus 4. Going for the northern victory point here. 3, 2, 1, and that's it. GG, game over. Holy smokes, that's gotta be a hell of a close finish here. Just an absolutely brutal match here on Pachino stalemate of Farmlands, with some really interesting moves there on both sides. Like, you know, all sappers into fast hood guards. We got Mars, we got Vibelvins, we got the Vesper. Like, there's so much going on there on both sides. Like, absolutely crazy fight there. So, I think that's really it, though. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something from it. Hope you had some fun watching it, just as much as I did casting it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment. Helps me get the video out to more people. Of course, also, you support the Propagandacaster by donating a pledge on Patreon, which, of course, you know, helps pay the bills, so I can, you know, keep focusing on doing this. So, thank you all for joining in. You're all a wonderful and delightful audience. I hope to see you tomorrow again for another exciting episode. Cheers, everyone.